Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Pittsburgh Steelers player gives brutally honest reaction to rumor that Aaron Rodgers will join Team Pittsburgh Steelers safety Deshaun Elliott made it very clear he has no interest in being Aaron Rodgers' teammate in the future. Rodgers' future in the NFL remains uncertain. After signing with the New York Jets ahead of the 2023-24 season, he tore his Achilles tendon in the team's very first game and missed the rest of the season. In 2024-25, the team, led by a healthy Rodgers, finished just 5-12 despite lofty preseason expectations. After the regular season finale, Rodgers hinted at the possibility of hanging up his cleats for good and ending his Hall of Fame career. Recent reports indicated that he may still have at least one more season left in him. According to The Athletic's Diana Rooney, the Jets allegedly told the 41-year-old to stop going on ESPN's The Pat McAfee Show, the source of a multitude of Rodgers' controversies, if he wanted to stay with the team. At some point in those talks, the team informed him they'd be moving on from him. NFL fans and analysts wasted no time speculating where Rodgers may land next. One of those landing spots has been the Steelers, a team known for consistently tough defense, but has struggled to find a franchise quarterback. Some believe Rodgers could fill that void. Elliott, however, isn't interested. On an Instagram post connecting Rodgers to the team, Elliott felt compelled to give his brutally honest thoughts on the rumor. "Leave his ass at the retirement home," Elliott said. Chris Berman says it's absurd to break down the NFL draft in November, just stop. For a company like Barstool Sports, one of the biggest perks of hiring someone like John Gruden is his connections. Barstool is full of big personalities with plenty of interesting and certainly controversial things to say, but few of the individuals around the office have direct ties to the world of sports in the way that former athletes and coaches do. Gruden, of course, is not only a Super Bowl winner as a coach, but also had a significant media career of his own, so he knows just about everyone around the industry. He's allowed the company to bring in some guests they likely would not have otherwise secured, and this week, it was ESPN stalwart Chris Berman. As the two league media veterans greeted one another, they reflected upon the phase of the NFL calendar in which we currently find ourselves, draft season. Preparing for the draft at the end of April isn't the only focus for teams right now, but it's certainly a top priority, and one of the most interesting topics for fans to discuss. It can be one of the most engaging portions of the season for fans, who are helpless when games are going on but can feel like a part of the process by completing mock drafts, but Berman thinks that Berman noted that the bell rang in his head on April 1st, meaning that it was time to get to work on draft preparation. Now, things are extremely different, with way too early mocks for the following year coming out not too long after each draft concludes. So what's the right way to handle things? The answer, as always, is likely in the middle. Berman's old approach leaves less than a month to prepare and create content, while projecting results before even half of the draft order is set is just a little bit absurd. It's never too early to begin grading the top college prospects, but actually projecting who ends up where is a whole other pursuit. Now that the Super Bowl is over, however, everything is fair game. Barring trades, which of course can happen right up to the start of the draft and even while it's going on, the order is set, as every team has concluded their season. The college season is also long gone, with draft-bound seniors having competed in their postseason showcase games. Soon, pro days and combines will be upon us, and we'll really have a good idea of who's ending up where. However, if you ask Berman, it's all a bit early for all of that talk. Expect him to get excited right around April, as per the usual. Steelers legend says Pittsburgh will consider signing Aaron Rodgers. The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation is up in the air again, and former Steelers head coach Bill Cowher believes Aaron Rodgers is a legitimate candidate to be the team's starter in 2025. Cowher sees the team at least having a dialogue with Rodgers to see what that could look like with the team. "I think there's gotta be a sense of urgency of taking some guys on the back end of their careers, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward," Cowher said in an appearance on the Dan Patrick Show on Tuesday. "They're in the latter stages of their career. They want to win now. And that's a big part of what they want to do. I don't know where they are right now in terms of their quarterback situation with Russell, and Justin, and Aaron. I think a decision has to be made. What's the future plan and what's the plan in the interim? I think there'll be dialogue there. But those will be conversations taking place in that building. Rodgers, who the previous Jets regime traded for from the Green Bay Packers, tore his Achilles in his first game with the team. This year, with a full season, he threw for 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. However, the Jets finished 5-12 even after acquiring Davante Adams. It is likely the Jets will designate Rodgers as a post-June 1 cut to save as much cap space as possible, and then when free agency hits, Rodgers can look to sign with any team. If they do not that, the Jets could also explore his trade market. And are you a fan? What do you think about Aaron Rodgers' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.